Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style.
And I'm Chivers from shopyourwardrobe.com.
Now today we're going to talk about signature style and how to develop your signature style. And we have made another video about signature style which you can have a look at. But also today we thought we'd give you some little tips and tricks. So when we think about signature style, it's what are the elements that you always put on?
Yeah.
So whether you're in your jeans and t-shirt or whether you're going to work, is there something that you go, without that I don't really feel like me?
Yeah, the thing that identifies your style as being uniquely your own, and in that other video we talked about sculptural elements for you and how often that translates into a signature necklace, and for me it's animal print that I wear every single day whether or not you can see it, and they are threads that run through what we wear, whether it's the most formal occasion or the least formal occasion, with potentially the exception of working in the garden, but almost every other circumstance you will see us in our signature styles. And it's been a process that we've been through personally, and I don't know, you take clients through a lot as well, of discovering what it is that feels like you, that really brings you alive and excites you.
It's the elements that you really, really love.
Yeah.
So some of the things you can do, so one of the things you can do is think about say 4, 5, 6 items in your wardrobe that you really love. So it might be a pair of shoes, it might be a jacket, it might be a dress you put on, you know, there might be something where you just love it. We're not looking at the all rights, the okays. I only want you to think about the things that, you know, really you put on and you feel great about.
Yeah.
Then what I want you to do is grab a piece of paper and a pen and start writing some words down. So what I want you to do is write down what do you love about it. So Jill, if I said, you know, what do you love about this jacket, what would you say?
Well, I would say I love the colour. I love that it's not bright or muted. I love that it has texture to me. I also love the fact that it's easy care. It looks like it might be a suede, but it's not. I can actually wash it in the machine, and that's an important quality about it. I love the way that it sits. So I like all of those things about it.
So you're liking that the shape flatters your figure, you're liking the colour, you're liking the feel of it,
you're
liking...
I like that it's got a zip and not buttons.
You know, it's easy care. Do you like the versatility of it? Is that something that...
Yeah, I mean, I'm travelling. I'm travelling for 7 days. This is the only jacket that I've brought with me, that I've packed, and it can go with every item, every occasion, on the plane, all of that.
So you like that you can dress it up, dress it down?
Yes.
So what we've noticed here is a few, you know, like there's elements of this jacket that really work for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Now then, when you're looking in the mirror, how do you feel in it?
I feel pretty stylish, actually. I feel it's quite flattering, and I feel that it looks good on me, and I feel comfortable in it. I feel I can do things in it. You know, I don't sort of have to sort of sit in a bubble where I can't interact with the world. That I can sort of relax and forget I'm wearing it in a way.
But you know, you look in the mirror. So when you look in the mirror, what do you see?
I see me, actually, so I think it's very complimentary towards me, but I think it's a terrific item, and it's actually one that I've had for years and years and years. It must be at least 6 years old. So and actually that's quality I like about it too, that it has a sense of the classic, and as you know, I'm a big believer in conscious shopping, and it isn't something that I bought and then never was able to wear.
And I'm looking at it, and it's in really good condition. So obviously you like quality as well.
Yeah.
So that's something that it's going to last. You're buying things that last rather than things that after 3 wears fall to pieces.
Yeah.
So what we've got here is we've got elements that you're saying you feel stylish, you feel good, you feel like you know. So we're trying to find some words about how you feel when you're wearing them.
Yeah.
So this is a little process that really can help you start, you know, nailing down the elements that you love.
Yeah.
And if you do this to multiple items, you'll start to notice that. Now you can't see it, but Jill's wearing a pair of kind of large fishnet tights today, and I'm going to ask Jill, why are you wearing those tights?
Well, I'm wearing them for a variety of reasons. One is I'm coming to Melbourne, and one never knows what to expect weather-wise here in Melbourne. And believe it or not, even though they've got big holes in them, they provide a buffer against the weather. They are skin tone, so they don't leap out at you, and also they're bright red or bright pink. And so I feel fishnets to me are the ultimate in where classy meets trashy. They have the most unusual capability to bridge that divide and meet in the middle and intersect, because they have both of those elements. They have a bit of a vintage element. They are an original form of hosiery for women. But the fact that they're in a skin tone means that they're not too noticeable or garish.
So, but rather than, you could have just chosen a plain pair of tights. So
Yes.
what made you choose a fishnet over just a regular tie?
Well, I think they're a bit sassy.
So you feel a bit sassy, you feel a little bit more edgy, more interesting, more different in them.
Yeah.
So this is what we're doing. I'm pulling out little words to work out what it is that you're loving about the things you're putting together.
Yeah.
And so there's some of the things you can do. So look through your wardrobe about, why do you like certain things? What is it that you love about them? Because these will be the elements that make your heart sing and help you find your signature style. There'll be something that you go, gosh, if there's something that you go, I always like that.
Yeah.
Then that's really important for you.
Yeah.
That's going into your signature style.
And I had a meeting yesterday, and the woman I was meeting with wears vintage caftans, and she's kind of known as the vintage caftan girl, and I'm known as the leopard print lady, and you're kind of the necklace lady. And I think anything that you can distill down to one or two words into your signature style, you've really encapsulated it then, and it really is an essence thing.
So yeah, I'm known for wearing colour,
Yeah.
which in Melbourne a lot of people wear black all the time, and I am wearing some black today, but I tend to wear it with colour.
Yes.
And I'm known for larger scale necklaces. And now, tell me, how did you come across your signature style of animal print?
I came across it by not an item in my wardrobe, because if we'd done this exercise about 12 years ago when I started to explore animal print, I wouldn't have had a single animal print item in my wardrobe, but I had purchased an animal print rug for my home. It was a bit of an extravagant purchase. I still have it today, and I was just drawn to it. It was like a magnet. I just loved it, and I really loved it. It wasn't just, oh, isn't that lovely, that'll so compliment my interior. I just fell in love with it, and it was actually many years before I translated that into clothing, but it came from an item in my home.
So, and this is something too that I often talk to my clients about. You say they don't love anything in their wardrobe. It's okay, what in your house do you love? Like, is there a picture? Is there an item? Is there something in your environment that really speaks to you? Because often that will also tell you about your signature style.
Yeah.
In fact, like one of my clients, I asked her, and she got out a glass. And I remember looking at this glass thinking, it's just a tumbler. What is it about? And then I said, describe it to me. She said, well, it's really sleek.
Yeah.
And it's modern, but it's solid. It had quite a thick base. She said, it's not easy to knock over.
Yeah.
And so she had all these elements. And I go, well, so if we could put you in clothes. So when I'm looking at sleek clothing, she goes, yeah, I don't like frills and I don't like texture. She liked things that were smooth and sleek.
But had a solid foundation to them.
Foundation that didn't look wishy-washy.
Yeah.
That was still, maybe a little bit of structure.
Yeah.
But also modern. So not old-fashioned, not frumpy, not anything that's, she wasn't going to be a vintage person.
Yeah.
So often it's look also in your environment. And one of my other clients came to me with pictures of her garden. And interestingly, her garden was very sculptural. It was kind of large grasses and brick formations.
Organic, I think.
And there was, and it was interesting when I was looking at this brick formation. It wasn't perfect. It was, more organic and flowing, but still with a sculptural element. So we were looking for clothes that had a bit of structure.
Yeah.
But weren't perfect, weren't the classic structure.
Yes.
And so it's often you can translate those elements into your signature style.
Yeah. And for me, the bottom line is, do you absolutely, madly, crazily love it? Yes. To me, then you've hit on the essence of something that is your personal style, or it can be translated into your personal style.
Into your signature. That's the signature element of your personal style.
Yeah.
So we will be talking to you very soon about discovering your personal style.
See you then.